Lovely. Starting to breathe naturally, becoming aware of the movement of the breath moving in and out of the abdomen. I'm going to do a scan of our entire body as a means of getting settled, and also a means of finding home in your body, a sense of peace, a sense of comfort, a sense of relaxation. And the idea is when I say a part of the body, you can encourage a release. And we'll also be exploring different sensations as they arise as we guide over each part of your frame. So if you haven't already, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze. I'm going to bring your attention to the top of your head. And just feel whatever sensations start to arise there. You might feel a tingling, maybe an itching, maybe a pulsing. You might also observe an absence of sensation, which is also perfectly fine and very normal. The idea is that we accept that nothingness in the moment without criticism, without judgment, without pushing it away. Very slowly allowing your attention to move down to the face. Just experiencing whatever, even the most subtle sensations might arise. Maybe tightness, maybe relaxation, maybe pressure. Whether pleasant, painful, or neutral, just allowing all. Is your jaw clenched or is it loose? Turning your attention to your eyes, feeling the weight of the eyelids, the movement of the eyeballs within their sockets, even the flutter of the eyelashes. Moving down now to feel your lips. That light sensation of pressure on pressure. Maybe there's a softness there. Maybe moisture, coolness. You needn't necessarily name these things. Just see if you can experience them as they arise. Trying to step out of the world of concepts like eyelids or lips and purely into the world of direct sensory experience. Direct sensory experience that is intimate. It feels alive and ever-changing. Returning your awareness back to the top of your head and moving down back of the head over the curve of your skull. Noticing any knots or possible sore spots within the neck. Returning once again to the top of your head. Moving your attention down the side. Feeling your ears. Feeling the sides of the neck. Feeling the tops of your shoulders. You don't have to judge the arising sensations or even trade them in for different, more positive ones. See if you can allow yourself to just feel. What does it feel like to just feel without those added labels? And slowly now moving your awareness down the upper arm, feeling the elbow, feeling the forearm, letting your attention rest for a moment on your hand. Noticing the palm of the hand, the backs of the hand. See if you can notice each individual finger. Bring your attention back to the neck and the throat. And slowly move it down to the chest. Noticing any sensations that are arising at your chest. And keep moving your attention downward to the ribcage and the abdomen. Your awareness is gentle and receptive. It's all encompassing, not taking some sensations and becoming averse to others. We're just bearing the neutral witness sensation. You're not looking for anything special here, you're just allowing yourself to be open to whatever feelings you experience. And turning your attention to the neck once again. Now let your awareness drift down to the back of your body. Your shoulder blade, your mid back, your lower back. You might feel a stiffness, a tension, creakiness, quivering. Whatever you encounter, simply notice. Bring your attention to the pelvic area, observing whatever arises there as you rest your attention. And slowly, ever so slowly, moving your awareness down your thighs, settling on the knees for a moment. Moving all the way down your calves and settling your attention at your feet. Noticing the heels of the feet. Sensation of compression with the heels pressed against the floor. Noticing the curve of the foot. See if you can pull all the way down to the toes. Noticing each individual toe and the corresponding sensation that arises as you rest your awareness on that extremity. Releasing this attention now, starting to soften your awareness, locating the movement of the breath in the belly. Let's take a big breath in together, big inhale. Exhale out the mouth, relaxing outward. One more breath in. Relaxing. When you're ready, taking your knees in towards the chest. If you've got any props underneath the body, just removing them. I'm just going to make sure I have the correct video pinned. Just see. There we go. So knees in towards the chest, cradle pose. If it's too much to take the whole forearms around the shins, you can just take the palms on top of the knees and let's rock from side to side. Moving slowly here, again, we're tapping into that world of direct sensation. So when we're rushing from side to side like I'm doing now, we're not really present. So really feel that sensation of pressure as the sacrum rolls from left to right. And then when you're ready, let's straighten our legs and we can rock up and down. So the palms will be on the backs of the thighs and we'll rock up and down here a few times. You can have the eyes closed and I like to roll all the way up to the nape of the neck. It feels quite good for the spine. And then we'll come up to seated, comfortable seated position. Taking your right palm, we're going to place it on top of the left ear. And we're going to guide the right shoulder down and the head over towards the right. And you'll start to feel a little pulling in the left-hand side of the neck. If you'd like to move a little further, if you'd like to intensify the stretch, you can release your left palm out to the left and draw the heel of the palm down towards the floor. Nice, you'll feel a little tingling there. Sending the heart forward. Let's take a breath in. Exhale. And as you inhale, releasing left palm on top of right ear. Sending that heel of the right palm down, but if that feels appropriate for you. And we're not tugging at the head, we're just applying a very gentle pressure. Taking one more breath in. Exhale. And inhale, raise the head. On your next inhalation, let's take the elbows and palms back, nice big chest open. I know I do this pose all the time, it's a favorite of mine. And exhale, round into the upper back, chin to chest. Inhale, chest wide, heart open. Exhale, rounding into your shoulders, chin to chest, backs of the palms together, and you lengthen through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling that breadth and width of breath moving into the deepest parts of the lungs. We'll do one more together. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to a neutral seat. We're going to take our left palm and we're going to place it on our right knee. Right palm we're going to place at the back of the head. On an inhale, we're going to take the right palm up. And as you exhale, the elbow comes down to meet the left palm. Inhale, elbow up. This is a beautiful stretch for the ribs. Exhale down. Inhale, those intercostal muscles rise again, elongating. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's take the right palm and place it on the left knee, left palm to the back of the head. Inhale, send that left elbow wide. And then as you exhale, tap the elbow onto your right palm. Inhale, heart open. Exhale, elbow down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing now. Let's come over onto the hands and the knees. We're going to take the knees wide here. Sit bones down towards the heels. Let's walk the palms forward slowly. allowing the belly to sink patiently, lengthening through the fingertips. We'll take an inhale, chest rises. Exhale, belly drops, chest drops, forehead rests gently on the earth. As you lay here, breathing into your back body, feeling all those muscle fibers surrounding the spine starting to lengthen, starting to stretch. With each exhale, see if you can encourage a release. The buttocks soften, the belly becomes softened. And on your next inhale, the hips and feet and legs remain where they are. We're just going to lift the head and we're going to walk the palms over to the right hand side, twisting tadpole. Now you take both palms over to the right, they're next to each other. If you want to intensify the pose, you can always draw your left palm and place it on top of your right. But basically we're going to take a big belly breath in. And then as you exhale, this left shoulder draws down towards the earth and you start to feel a pulling sensation. The head can rest on the floor. Softening the belly, softening the hips, softening the buttocks. And feeling that lateral stretch in your left-hand side of the ribs. On your next inhale, lifting the head, keeping the eyes closed, walking the palms over to the left-hand side. Taking that right palm on top of your left if it feels appropriate. And don't just drop into the pose straight away. We really want to feel ourselves dropping into the pose. So we take an inhale, we lift that right shoulder. And as we exhale, the belly sinks and that right shoulder blade pulls down. And you start to feel that stretch. The head can rest on the earth. Let's take one more big belly breath in together. Exhale, feel that pull in the right shoulder. Allow it to sink. Let's walk the palms back over to the midline of the mat. We'll take one full inhale in child's pose. You can exhale out of the mouth. Slowly start to walk the palms back. Lifting up through the chest, the head can raise last. Taking the palms onto the thighs. We're going to take just a neutralizing stance here, noticing the breath. Really feeling the chest rising, shoulders drawing up towards the earlobes as you inhale. Feeling the chest drawing downwards, shoulders pulling away from the ears with each exhale. And move through some beautiful side stretches here in our practice today, and that's a lovely means for us to encourage a full inhalation. And just opening your eyes. And I'll get you to come to face the long edge of your mat. So you're parallel to the long edge of your mat. You're on your knees for a moment. Let's take the palms down. And let's take the right foot out to the right. And we want our toes parallel to the long edge of your mat. We're going to come into a little gate pose sequence. If you have any difficulty underneath this left knee, place a blanket or a cushion underneath there. So we're going to take the palms down. So just finding the time to set up your seat. So the foot is flat on the earth. You're resting on your knee. This back toe of the left foot can be tucked or it can be flat. Tucked gives you a little more stability. And then on your next inhalation, we're going to take the right palm up, so you're starting to send the heart upwards. And then as you exhale, we're going to thread the right arm in underneath the torso and just give your little left shoulder a little tap here, a little nice little gentle acknowledgement. Inhale, take the right palm up, big stretch for the bicep and pectoral tissue. Exhale, threading the arm in underneath slowly, we're moving slowly here. Inhale, rise. Exhale, soften. Inhale, energy drawing up. Exhale, grounding down. Do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhalation, let's send the palm up once again. And then exhale, bring that right palm back to the earth. On your next inhalation, we're going to drop the belly, lift the hips and chest to the sky, gazing forward. And on your next exhale, rounding into the upper back, chin to chest. Inhale, belly drops, send the heart forward. Exhale, rounding into the upper back, chin to chest, big stretch. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Coming back to a neutral spine. Taking the hands and placing them on the hips, we're going to lift up. We're going to move dynamically now. So on your next inhalation, we're going to take the right palm down the length of the leg. We're going to take the left palm overhead. So we're inhaling here. And then as we exhale, we're going to take the left palm down towards the floor and take the right palm overhead. Now, if the left palm, if you struggle to meet the floor, you can take the left palm onto your hip and roll over that way. So inhale, right palm down, the volume of the leg, left palm over, big stretch. Exhale, slowly drawing that left palm to the earth, right palm comes overhead. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, we're going to release the right palm down. We're going to change legs here. We're going to take, we're not changing legs. We're just going to come through some neutral cat-cows. So tucking the toes, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, dropping the belly, chest to the sky. Give your little tush, some movement from side to side. That feels quite nice. And then let's exhale, round into the upper back, chin to chest. Inhale, heart to the sky. Exhale, heart pulls in. And just continuing in your own time. I'm just going to take a few more rounds. You can also move quickly here if you want to create a little more heat, a little more tapas in the body. You might question yourself, what are my reasonings for wanting to do that? And then when you're ready, let's come back to neutral, coming back to the long edge of your mat again, placing a blanket underneath the right knee if you need it. Otherwise, we're going to take the left leg out. Toes are parallel to the long edge of your mat. Let's draw the palms down now. On your next inhalation, let's send the left palm up. Exhale, threading it in underneath the torso, tapping yourself on your right shoulder. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Let's take one more breath in, and then exhale, left palm comes back to the floor. Moving into your cat-cow stretches now. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the chest. What does it feel like to do cat-cow concerning the inner groin here? What does it feel like to focus your attention there? Inhale, belly drops, feeling that pull in the inner groin. Exhale, rounding into the upper back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Coming back to a neutral spine, placing your palms on your hips, safely moving up to gate pose. On your next inhalation, let's take the left palm down the volume of the legs, right palm comes overhead. Exhale, right palm down, left palm overhead. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's take the right palm down as well as the left, drawing the knees to the midline, tucking the toes. Inhale, let's send the chest forward, buttocks back. Exhale. Moving at your own pace here, observing me, massaging the spine, massaging all your belly organs, the stretch of the abdomen. One more round in your own time. And coming back to a neutral tabletop position, we're going to take the hips to the heels, knees together. We're going to take the palms around the sides of the feet and we're going to rest the head towards the earth. Restorative child's pose. Just allowing the shoulders to round and feel almost like there's a blanket covering the upper back. Just feeling the weight of your forehead resting completely. The pattern of the breath initially might be a little short, seeing as your belly is so supported by your thighs. Over the next minute, you'll likely find a new breathing pattern to accommodate that compression. So you can allow the breath to really pull all the way up to the nape of the neck. All those beautiful side body actions are going to help us to increase the depth of that inhale. Get more oxygen into our body, calming our mind, relaxing our heart. Let's take one more big belly breath in. Exhale and relax. And when you're ready, we're going to raise the head slowly. We're going to walk the fingertips forward, Take the knees back slightly and let's tuck the toes and come up into downward facing dog. Heels are drifting towards the earth, nice open chest here, elbows or the base of the elbows, the inner elbows are turning forward. On your next inhale, let's raise both heels up towards the sky and exhale, lower them down. 2 more times, inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Gazing forward to the front of your mat, we're going to lightly step, almost like with trepidation, all the way up to the front, nice and slowly. And then let's exhale completely, letting the chest, head, and belly hang. On your next inhalation, let's send the palms up, gazing up, and exhale, palms to the chest. Releasing the palms down by your side, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Tuning into your breath. And drawing that awareness back to the feet. You might even like to lift the toes, spread them wide, and plant them down one at a time. We can attempt to, it's quite difficult. Let's gently open our gaze. Inhale, sending the palms up, big stretch. And exhale, let's slowly fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, lowering down. On your next inhale, let's bend the knees and we're going to step our left leg back and we're going to come down into a low lunge. We're going to take the hands forward into Anjali Mudra here. You can remain here in this pose. Otherwise, on your next inhale, we're going to raise the elbows and we're going to take them over to the right so the outside of your left elbow is tucked around the outside of the right thigh. Pressing the palms together, lifting up through the chest. You can gaze over your right shoulder if it feels appropriate to you. Otherwise, you can gaze over the side. And the back toe can be tucked or flat depending on your preference. If you'd like to move further into the pose, you can actually straighten into that back leg and you can even open up the arms here. I'm going to stay on my knee for this one, but working at your own capacity as you are today. I'm going to take about 3 more breaths here. And on your next exhalation, let's release the palms. On your next inhale, we're going to raise the right palm up to the sky. Exhale, thread it in underneath the thigh. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, sending the left palm wide. Exhale, dropping it back to frame that front foot, and we'll step back into downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, let's raise both heels towards the sky. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, moving forward into your high plank. You can always come down onto the knees if you need to. And we're going to exhale lower all the way through to the floor. Flattening the feet, we're going to take the palms beside the body here, rolling the shoulders back. On your next inhalation, we're going to come into Cobra, lifting up through the chest. And exhale. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing your left palm out in front of you. We're going to come into a posterior stretch. So I might just roll that down so you can see. We're going to take our right palm out in front of us, palm facing down. We're going to thread our left arm in underneath the body, coming into a posterior stretch for our left shoulder. If it can meet the floor, you can relax your head on the floor. But if you notice, I'm quite tight on the left-hand side of my body, so I'm going to leave my head upright. Closing or lowering your eyes. And whilst you may feel a sensation of pressure in that left shoulder, making sure that the rest of the body is released. And can you relax your buttocks? Can you relax your thighs? Can you even relax the head? One more breath in. Exhale. Releasing slowly, we're going to take that left palm forward, threading your right arm in underneath your body. Again, you can draw the head to the floor, or you can leave it upright. We're just going to take about a minute here, so just a few breaths. You can send the feet a little wider if that feels comfortable. Making sure that you're not holding on anywhere unnecessarily, that the muscles are supple and soft. The face is relaxed. Let's take one more breath in. Exhale. Slowly, gently releasing. We're going to walk the palms back, coming up onto the knees and making your way back into downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, gazing forward to the front of the mat, again, lightly stepping, just little by little, walking the feet all the way up to the top of the mat, folding completely on your exhale. You can let the knees hang, let them drop, let them bend. On your next inhale, let's send the palms wide, gazing up to your fingertips. And exhale, palms to the heart in Anjali. Releasing the palms next to the buttocks. Reflecting on the quality of your breath as you stand here in mountain pose. Is the breath long? Is it short? Is it jagged or is it deep? Can you notice a temperature change in the breath? Maybe cool as the air enters the nose and warm as you exhale, as a reflection of being within your body. Gently opening your gaze. Inhale, raising the palm. Exhale, folding forward slowly. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, lowering down, bending into your feet, sending your right leg back this time, coming down onto the knee initially. Inhale, palms and Anjali Mudra. Gazing forward for a brief moment. And then as you inhale, the palms raise up. As you exhale, you pivot to the left. You take your right elbow on the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, lifting up through the chest. You can gaze over your left shoulder. If it also feels appropriate, you can take that first option, extending through the leg, lifting the knee, opening the arms. But just taking whatever variation again feels comfortable for you as of today. Not yesterday's practice, not your future idealized version of yourself, just as your body wants to sit today. And take 3 more breaths. And your next exhale. Let's release the palms slowly, taking your right palm down, coming to our twist. Inhale, left palm raises. Exhale, thread your knee underneath the thigh. Now, when you lift your left palm, you don't necessarily have to take it directly to the ceiling. You can kind of dip into the hips and take it a little wider, and then exhale, thread it underneath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lifting the palm up. Exhale, dropping it back down. And we step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, let's lift both heels up towards the start. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, moving forward into your high plank, knees or feet. We're going to lower all the way through, elbows in. Flattening the feet, rocking the buttocks from side to side here. Cobra 3 times. Inhale, lifting up through the chest. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Now we're going to take our right palm alongside us. So straightening out horizontally, lengthening through the fingertips. We're going to roll over onto our right hand side, coming into open wing. Bending into your knees if you feel that it's appropriate. And then if you'd like to further intensify the pose, you can lift your knee and place your left foot on the inner right leg. The head can rest on the floor. I might come over this way so it's easier to see. So the knees are about a right angle, and then you can open up that top knee if it feels comfortable. Feel the breath, sending it into all of those nooks and crannies in your chest as you inhale. And feeling that sensation of letting go, relaxing outward with each conscious exhale. In the Anapanasati Sutra, the Buddhist sutra, mindfulness of breathing, the Buddha talks about the breath. He says, when I breathe in, I know the breath as an in-breath. And when I breathe out, I know the breath as an out-breath. It's a beautiful symbol of being present, observing and being a part of the simplest of actions, even just breathing. Let's take one more breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to roll over onto the belly and change sides. So you're going to take your left palm out and roll over onto your left side. You can remain here if that's what feels appropriate to you. Taking a little reflection on how particularly the chest feels here. If you feel comfortable bending into the knees, you can take them at about a 90-degree angle, opening into that top knee and planting the foot only if it feels appropriate. We want to play with our edges, not force our edges. Just like we did in our meditation, what sensations are arising in the chest as you lay? Whatever arises, exploring it with a keen attentiveness. Where you are, taking a big breath in, relaxing breath out. 2 more times, big breath in, relaxing breath out. Inhaling, and as you exhale, rolling over onto your belly once again. You're going to take the palms beside the breastbone, rolling the shoulder blades down the back, coming up onto the knees, and then tuck the toes, come back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting both heels. Exhale, feeling that pull of the hamstring as the heels draw towards the earth. Inhale, gazing forward, walking all the way up to the top of the mat. Exhaling completely, allowing the chest to soften. You can bend into the knees. Inhale, palms set wide, gazing up. Exhale, we're going to lower straight down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, lowering down. Bending into both knees, stepping your left leg back, coming down onto the left knee. On your next inhalation, we're going to send the palms up, moving dynamically here. As you exhale, we're going to roll the chest forward, drawing the palms behind us, thumbs facing up. This is a nice stretch for our chest once again. Inhale, raise the palms. Exhale, rolling forward. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, we're taking both palms up. And on your exhale, we're going to take the left palm back behind us to rest on the back of the leg. And we're taking that right palm overhead. Taking one breath in. And exhale, releasing the palms back down to the front of the foot. We're going to inhale, side twist, raising that right palm. We're going to take 3 full breaths here. If you feel like it's in your practice, you can always lift that back left knee. And one more breath in. And exhale, slowly lowering that palm back down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhale, raising both heels. Exhale, lowering down. On your next inhalation, we're going to move into cow pose. So slowly dropping the knees towards the earth, opening into the chest, hips to the sky, and then tucking the toes, drawing the hips up, coming back into down facing dog. And just doing that 3 more times in your own time. Inhale, knees down, and exhale, rolling the buttocks and the spine back up. And see if you can move slowly here and really feel the breath coincide with your movement. There's no rush, just relaxing with your own asana flow. And after the third one, you're coming back to downward facing dog. And on your next inhalation, drawing forward into high plank, knees or feet lowering all the way through. Relaxing the feet here. We're going to send the palms forward. Actually, we're sending the palms back. We're going to do a nice Samvasana or locust pose. So on your next inhalation, we're going to take the right palm forward and we're going to raise the left leg. And then on an exhale, we take it back down. And as you inhale, we also lift the forehead. So inhale, taking the left palm forward, right leg up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lifting the forehead, right palm forward, left leg up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Taking the palms beside the breastbone, rolling the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, coming up into cobra. Exhale, lowering down. Tucking the toes, coming back onto the knees and then back into downward facing dog. Inhale, gazing forward to the front of the mat, walking all the way up to the front. Let's exhale, folding forward, ragdoll pose, really allowing everything to drop. Inhale, raising the palms up to the sky. Exhale, slowly lowering down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, lowering down. Bending to both knees, we're going to send our right leg back this time, taking our right knee down. On your next inhale, we're taking the palms up. Exhale, folding forward, thumbs behind. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, raising both palms. Exhale, taking that right palm back to the back of the leg. Taking the left palm over the head, inhaling. And then exhale, windmilling the palms back to frame that front foot. Side twist. Inhale, left palm rises, and we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Inhaling. Exhale, taking that left palm down, framing that front foot, lifting the leg, and we'll step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, raising both heels. Exhale, lowering down. We're going to inhale, coming into cow pose, dropping the knees, opening into the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gazing forward to the front of your mat. Actually, let's not gaze to the front of the mat just yet. Let's inhale, coming into our high plank, and exhale, lower all the way down. We're going to come into Salavasana or locust once again. So let's take the palms beside the buttocks. Inhale, let's lift the forehead, right palm forward, left leg up. Exhale. Inhale, left palm forward, right leg up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Taking the palms beside the breastbone, rolling the shoulder blades down the back. Tucking the toes, coming onto the knees if you need to, then back into down facing dog. Inhale, raising both heels. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, dropping the knees towards the floor, taking the palms back for a moment, knees wide. Let's creep the fingertips further down, lowering the belly and lengthening through the fingertips, forehead rests on the earth. Just allowing your belly to drop. Encourage your exhalations to lengthen. So you can concentrate on the area of the heart as you breathe. And see if you can observe that pacifying of the beat in real time using your long exhale. With each inhalation, the back body rises, feeling the spine rise. With each exhale, the belly softens and the chest relaxes. When ready, slowly starting to lift from the spine, walking the palms back, allowing the head to lift last. Taking a moment here with the hands on the thighs. Taking a breath in, breath out. And coming to sit cross-legged on your mat. We're going to take our feet wide. So we're going to send the heels wide. The feet are active here, the toes are pointing up. If you have any tenderness in the knees, you can actually draw the heels in. We're going to come into half butterfly pose. So knees wide initially, or feet wide initially, and then we're going to take our left foot into the inner right part of the thigh. Remaining here in upright pose. Otherwise, let's start to walk the palms forward until you feel the sensation of stretch in that inner part right part of the right groin. I'll get there in a minute. And for a more active pose here, you want to draw the kneecap up towards the pelvis. And the feet is activated. So the toes are pointed towards the ceiling. And if the mind is chatty, drawing back to the sensation that's arising here. And can you become a sort of explorer of sensation? And not observing it in a negative fashion. We're observing the sensation presenting itself to us. And then we're using our breath to open that area a little more and see what changes when we do that. You may like to walk the palms further forward just a little, and then relaxing the back. You may, if it's comfortable, like to take the elbows to the floor. It's a nice way of supporting the head and the neck. This is something I learned on my Sarah Powers limb training. You can take the neck, or you can take the chin rather, and place it in the palm, if that feels appropriate or comfortable. I'm just going to take about another minute. So finding a pose where you can feel alert and yet relaxed. Where the head can feel heavy and yet supported. And next inhale, let's start to walk the palms back. We're actually going to take them over to frame the right leg. So there's a twist that's occurring here. You're lifting up through the chest. And then let's walk the fingertips around the outside of the right shin. And then once again, we can allow gravity to pull us forward. You can allow the palms to relax. You can allow the backs of the palms to relax on the floor. Just being with your body in stillness. Allowing the mind to rest. And can you allow yourself to receive this moment with gratitude, with peace? And inhale, Slowly growing the fingertips, walking them back, and you unravel the spine and lift the head last. Place the hands on the legs, taking a moment here. And then we'll change sides. Let's take the left leg out, stretch it out. The kneecap pulls up, the feet are flexed. Let's take the right foot into the inner part of the left thigh. Lifting up through the crown of the head, making sure there's equal weight in your sit bones. Let's take the palms forward until you start to feel a stretching in the inner groin. And then we can relax the shoulders and relax the head. Whatever thought that you're currently absorbed in, just allowing that to let go. The Buddhist idea is to think of the thinking mind as clouds floating through the sky. Each thought is a cloud moving through that sky of open awareness. We allow all things and resist nothing. You may like to walk the fingertips further forward. You may even like to take the elbows down and place the face in the palms. Taking whatever variation feels most comfortable for you to practice. Remembering we're not chasing range of motion, we're just allowing the body to fall where it wants. When you're ready, we're going to slowly start to walk the palms back, turning to the left leg, framing the foot with the palms, lifting up through the chest. We're going to pull from the belly button, drawing down, walking the fingertips forward, lowering the back. Observing your trunk in real time, slowly moving towards the earth with each exhale. Let's take a belly breath in together. Exhale, relax. Creeping the fingertips fingertips back again. We unravel the spine, one vertebrae at a time, and we lift the head last. Feels quite good for the body to do that. It's a nice little slow process coming out of the pose, which is just as important as the pose itself. And slowly opening your eyes, coming over onto your back. Taking the feet to the outer edges of the mat, interlacing the fingers around the opposing elbows, lifting them above the head. And we're going to dynamically move the knees from side to side. You might feel a little juicy pull in the psoas as the knee draws down. Nice pull in the side body, opening to the chest. And on your next exhale over to your right, you're going to drop the knees over. You're going to stay here for a few breaths. Now, if it feels quite comfortable to remain here like this, you can do so. You can take also the right foot and place it on top of the left knee. And that just draws the left knee down and gives you a further stretch in the hip. In this nice, open, receptive position, coming attuned to your breath. And we'll release, taking that right foot back, dropping the knees over to the left now. By remaining here or placing your left foot on top of your right knee to intensify the pose. Inhale, slowly releasing, raising the knees. Let's take them into the chest for a moment. Cradle pose, mindfully rocking from side to side. We are in no rush right now. Releasing the feet, taking the palms face down beside the buttocks. Moving to dynamic bridge. So on your next inhale, we're going to lift the hips and take the palms overhead. And exhale, slowly lowering the palms and the buttocks so they meet the floor at the same time. Inhale, lifting, rising. Exhale, drifting, grounding. Moving in your own time, and with each inhale, see if you can feel the energy moving from the abdomen all the way into the upper chest, through the volume of the arms and out of the fingertips. On your next inhale, you're sending the palms up, hips up. And as you exhale, instead of taking the hips down, we're just going to take the palms down. You can remain here in this bridge posture, otherwise, if it's in your practice or you'd like to experiment, let's interlace the fingers underneath the buttocks, straightening the arms. We can roll the shoulder blades from side to side, tucking them in, lifting up through the hips. Just taking a few breaths, feeling that expansion through the chest. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly releasing the palms, lifting or lowering the hips, taking the feet to the outer edges of the mat and knees in, taking the palms to rest on your navel. Inhale, taking both knees in towards the chest, sending the palms wide. Exhale, drawing the knees over to the right, supine twist. You can also have a little exploration here too. With the knees further down, they actually focus on a different part of your spine. So if you want a small stretch for your lower back, you can actually lift the knees right up to the arm. And you can take the palms wide. But if you want a more restorative twist, you can take the knees low. You can gaze over your left shoulder if it feels comfortable. A nice little neck stretch. Just observing what it feels like to have the arms sent wide and free. And the chest is open. With each exhalation, see if you can consciously release that left shoulder towards the floor a little more. If you're holding on, if the muscles are contracted in any way, allowing them to soften. Just using this fruitful opportunity to relax with the inflow and the outflow of breath. There's nothing else to do right now except maintain keen attention on what's happening right here, right now. On your next in-breath, activating your core muscles, drawing the knees up towards the sky. And you're going to exhale, roll them over to the left, softly allowing them to contact the floor, gazing over your right shoulder. You can have a little experimentation of where you want to place your knees, depending on how you want to. Now you're allowing your face to relax. Can you unhinge your jaw? If the tongue is fused to the roof of the mouth, just allowing that to drop. Your cheeks feel hollow and loose beneath the cheekbone. The brow is smooth. And the eyes remain unmoving in their socket. Each long exhale guiding you a little deeper into relaxation, pacifying the mind, releasing stress in the heart. Now next, inhale, activating your core. We're going to lift the knees towards the sky. Cradle pose for a moment. You might even like to come into cosmic egg, taking the forehead to the knees. Give yourself a big squeeze. Releasing the head, back of the skull, back down towards the earth. Taking the feet parallel to the ceiling. Taking the fingertips around the outer edges of the feet. If this feels a little uncomfortable, you can always take the palms around the knees instead. And let's rock. Let's rock from side to side, much like a lullaby. And feeling that changing sensation of pressure and relief as the spine moves from left to right, and the body moves from left to right. And staying here in stationary happy baby, we're going to take one breath in. Exhale out of the mouth. Now releasing your legs, drawing them down. You're going to make your way into Shavasana. Releasing the palms to the side, the backs, allowing the fingers to curl naturally. Allowing the weight of the legs to roll outward. Starting to deepen your breath. You're taking a couple of really deep breaths just to reset your experience back here in the room. Start to move your fingers, moving your hands, your wrists, flexing your feet, pulling the toes forward and back. On your next inhale, let's send the palms overhead for a big full body stretch. And as you exhale, knees towards the chest, hands around the shin. Rolling over onto your right side and take a full breath in. Exhale. Pressing into your left palm, allowing the head to raise upwards. Coming to a comfortable seated position with the hands and jaw leaning at the front of the heart center. Fingertips just lightly brushing up against one another. Taking the thumbs up to the forehead, bowing forward. The divine light in me honors the divine light in you. Namaste. Namaste.
That was gorgeous, Renee. Thank you.
Oh, no problem at all. No worries.